Welcome to Snips Happen. I have this is my very special episode of Snips Happen. It is the March Ease Mystery Montage Kit, which is also known as EMMK. I have the April sign up freebie on top. Today, for the April kit, you'll receive this freebie. As of the filming of this video, I believe there is 6 spots left. So if you're on the fence, drop that coffee, pause this video, go sign up, and be sure to drop my name in the notes, Tara. But here is your freebie. It is an 8-page wallpaper freebie. These colors are pretty, and you need them in your collection. Just saying. Oh, sorry about the printer. I have stuff printing for another video, so I'm sorry about that. And my phone picks up everything. Look at those pretty roses. Aren't they pretty? I love the muted colors in this. This will be going in a project somewhere. Just don't know where. But yes, that's your 8-page freebie for signing up for April. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right, let's move over a little bit. This is your digital for March. That goes with the collection. It is also flower theme. Roses to be exact. And I love the doilies. I love the doilies. I love the roses. I love it all. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this digital, but we're going to do something with this digital. Not sure, but this digital comes with the March. There is a few of the March kits available. They will be linked down below that you can buy for a one-off. I'm not sure how many there are. I know there's only a couple because she doesn't make very many extras. And this kit is not, this one here is geared more towards a stash builder, definitely. Either way, I love it. So then you get her favorite paper that she uses to back with. You get 5 sheets of that. And I love this paper. I used it last month and I absolutely love it. I love putting it in my stash for sure. And we'll get to this in a second. You get a stencil that's like a hexagon stencil, which is pretty cool to add to my stencil collection. Yes, I'm excited about that. And then you get, I do believe these are vintage, 4 vintage book pages. 1, 2, 3, oh, maybe more. 5 vintage book pages. And they're the thin one, and they are dictionary pages. Yes, they are dictionary pages. You get a set of stamps. They are stamps and tickets. We are going to play with these in a little bit. You get a piece of this very, very pretty lace. I love this lace. It's really, really pretty. Yep, you get a piece of that. You get a sample of Barely Arts Precision Glue. And you have to press down on the top and it will open for you. And it's the fine tip. Mine wants to be a booger. You see that? Mine wants to be a booger, right? We're not ready to play yet. We don't want you to come out and play. And let's see if I can get a piece of paper here so I can wipe the snot off of it. But you got to make sure you push down the cap so that you can take it off because there's a child-proof thing on there. You get a mini distressed ink pad of vintage photo. One of Miss E's favorite colors. Yep, you get one of those. And then you get a brush, a blending brush. I'm not sure, I'm sure everybody doesn't get the same color, but I got a red one. And this can be used with this. I will show you how to use all three, I promise. And then you get some 6x6 paper. We're gonna check out those 6x6 papers. Ooh, these are pretty. They go with the digital. I like that one. Ooh, that one's pretty too. Those are pretty. I don't want to play with that cello, so. And then you get a sheet of labels on her paper. This is also a digital in her shop. There is two different ones. There is a fancy one and there's an everyday label. 4 pages of each, so you can go and grab those if you want. I will leave them linked down below so that you can grab those. And then you of course get your fancy bag to put them in. I love these bags. They're one of my favorites because I put everything for the month in those bags. You get some Cutter Bee scissors, the EK Cutter Bee Fussy Cut scissors this month. I don't own a pair of those, so I'm really excited about that. My printer's finally done. And then you get an Mint Stay Paper Basic Book 7 background laces. That's the one I received. I'm not sure if everybody received the same one, but it has really pretty pastel pages in it. It's double-sided. Oh, maybe if I stay away from the camera you can see it. My lights might be too bright so that you can't, but it's like a teal color and a purple, and the backgrounds are dyed the same color. And there's 7, it says 6x8 paper pad with decorative backgrounds. Thickness is 250 GSM. This paper pad contains 24 double-sided sheets, 4 designs, 12 designs, 4 designs, or 4 of each design, and there's 12 designs. That's pretty cool. So you get that. Oh, don't make a mess. Don't, we're not here to make a mess. And then you get your stamps. So with your stamps, we're going to take these things out of the way. What I thought I'm going to break in the stamps. You know I'm going to break in the stamps. I have some scraps here. I need to get my stamping block. I'm going to use what came in the bucket. I'm not going to use nothing special. I'm going to use the distress ink the ink that came. I'm going to use, I'm going to use everything that came in this package. So if you receive this package and you want to use it, you'll know how to use it. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to just take this off, find me a stamp that fits on here like this. They're going to be a little tough to pull off at first, but that's okay. We'll get it to work. I'm just going to find where I stuck my inky. And then this is I just take my ink like this. You can use distress ink, you can use oxide, you can use archival ink, you can use it all. I'm just using what came with it because I want you to see that you can use everything that comes in the box, including the box. You can use what comes in the box also, or use the box also. And then you're like, well, but what are we going to use the stamps for once you put them on the piece of cardboard? Well, you can use them for snippets. You can use them for collage. You can use them to put on snippet rolls. You can use them to put them on pretty much anything that just needs that little oomph. Really. I have these, I make these all the time, like on scrap pieces of paper, and just put them out and about when it needs a little something. Okay, so we use that one. We broke that one in. Okay, these little circles. We can use these little circles. Just like that. They will fit on here. And I put my ink pad upside down. You're batting 1,000 today, goof. If you are interested in getting these boxes and you don't want to miss out on them, make sure that you go over to Scrapbooking With Me and you sign up for the monthly subscription. And once the April spots close, we don't know how many she's going to open up for May. So it's a mystery. We don't know how many she's going to open until she opens them. So I'm not going to stamp them all because you do know how to stamp. I'm just going to stamp a few so that you can see that you can use the stamps. But this box is something that you will gravitate towards time and time again. You're going to use these stamps over and over again. You're going to use the scissors over and over again. You're going to use the glue. Well, the glue, yes. But, alright. So we use the stamps. We use that. So now, I'm going to take a piece of this paper. And I'm going to show you how the stamp would look, or the stencil would look after using this. So I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm going to take this. I shouldn't have put the lid on there, but I did. Take my ink just like this, and then I'm going to put my stencil on. The harder you push, the darker it stencils, just so that you know. And I'm just blending it out towards the edge, like so. And when I lift it up, you get this really cool. And then if you don't want it square, you can put it like a diamond, in a diamond shape. Let me see if I can zoom you in a little bit so you can see me. There you go. So we're going to have a little diamond shape here. That's okay, because it all works out in the end. I like this stamp because it makes a nice background stamp. Or not stamp, but stencil. So then you have that. And say that you wanted to add more texture to it. So you go over here and you grab one of your stamps that you got, right? This is my kind of box. And you stamp your stamps. And I'm going to have a whole page here probably by the time I'm done, because I'm just going to mess around with it, but because I want to show you I want to show you what you can do. Yeah. Like, I literally am going to probably transform a whole page. But hey, you'll know what to do when you get one. Where's my inky? I lost my inky again. Oh. I don't want to stamp on my mat because I can't get it off my mat once you stamp on your mat. I should have put my media mat up, but I didn't because I wasn't thinking. You can do this on the back of cardstock, like stamp like this on the back of cardstock. You're probably like, woman, you're using the same stamp over and over again. Yeah, but I'm using it in different directions, so it doesn't even look like the same stamp. Alright, you don't want me to use that stamper anymore? I'll switch it out for another one. I'll use a different one. Just so you know I'm using a different one. I don't care if it's upside down. I don't care if it's backwards. I don't care if it doesn't stamp right. Because when it's in the journal, you're not going to know. Because you're not going to see all of the page anyways. You know what it's missing? It's missing some splatters, but we didn't get splatters with this, so I can't add no splatters. Nope, I can't. But I am going to do this. I am going to take it like this, and I'm going to ink my edge. Like so. Blend her in. Yeah, I'll have some darker spots than other spots, but I don't mind. There we go. So that you have this after you do the stamping, and then you fold it like so. And you have a page for your journal. And you have some on both sides. You have that. Let me put this back over here like that. And then close that up. Let's sample out the scissors and see how the scissors work. Ooh, they cut like butter. Those are nice. They cut like butter. I've never had scissors that cut like that. Now if I can only drive them straight, we'd be golden. There we go. We did that. So I showed you how the stamps works, how the stencil works, how the blending brush works, the ink. Let me show you the labels. That was the other thing I was going to do. I was going to show you the labels because I pre-cut some labels out because I had some labels. So I was going to show you the labels, as long as you can still see me, and the glue. So I would just take these labels and I would take some of my glue, just like so, and I would put them on like a background plate. You don't have to do this. I just think it looks nice like that. And then I would take my fancy scissors here that I have and cut it. This I am going to use my punch for because I like these to be even. I normally don't, but I like those to be even. And then you just have a little label. Ooh, I didn't mean to hit you. I didn't mean to hit you. Let's make another one. Because they were so small. They were, that was so quick and easy. So let's make another one. My little art, or my little bear, barely wants to come out and play. Doesn't want to live in that bottle anymore. And then if you really, really want to get fancy with this, you can go like this. Where's my block? Here's a way you can get really fancy. Take this, put this like this, and go like this. There. You put a little stamp on there too. So now it's extra fancy. Put this up so we don't get this all over. And now when you cut this out like so, and you come over here and you go like this, you have that fancy label. These, like I said, you can use this stuff for anything. So let's recap. You don't get the block. I have the block. I brought the block with me. You get the blend. Oh, let me back you back out so we're not up in your face. You get your blending brush. You get your stamps. You get your scissors. You get your ink. You get your glue. There's your blending brush. You get your stencil. Just let me put this on my stamps so I don't lose it. You get your paper pad. You get your labels. You get your rose paper pad. You get your lace. You get some book pages. You get Miss E's favorite paper that she uses to back her tags, but this also works really good for stamping, as I showed you. You get your kit, and then if you sign up in April for the April kit, you get your freebie, your wallpaper freebie. Sounds like a win-win to me, right? So, if you decide that you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of me playing with these items, please make sure that you hit that fancy little bell down at the bottom. And you like and comment so that you never miss one of my videos, because YouTube is playing this little game where they don't want to tell anybody that my videos are going live, so people are missing my videos. Yeah, they're missing my videos, and we don't want that. So, with that being said, I want to thank you for snipping by, and I shall catch you in the next one. Bye.